So the last point we'll talk about from 8.07 is about the Ohm's law. So we understand that more voltage, that means more current, right? So if double voltage, that means of course double current. So and etc. So it's you rise the voltage more, you have more current. Okay. So if we divide the voltage that we had and the current, we always have, if both of them are rising, so we always have what? The same resistance. For example, it was always in the schedule, it was 5 ohm. Ohm, where this word came from? It came from the scientist George Ohm, the scientist in the 19th century who studied the wires and the materials are coming from and a lot of extra things. Okay, you can search about him. He has very nice story of life. So today we're gonna continue with 8.08 more about resistance factors. So if you remember in 8.06 we talked about the length of the resistor. So for example here A and B, both of them are copper wires, okay? They had the same cross-sectional area. So this is the same as this one, okay? So now B is double A. That means B has 2 lengths of A. What does that mean for the resistance? That means is B, what is double resistance than A, or A it's half of B. So we have always know the resistance is what? More length, more resistance. You can see that, open your book, page 186. You can see here, okay? So it has the same, okay? So what does that symbol mean? It means the resistance is proportional to the length. That means more length, that means more resistance, okay? So moving along with this, we found now it's the same length, B and C. Also, both of them are made from copper. But now one have what? Double the same the cross-sectional area. Okay? So the cross-sectional area is doubled from what? From C. If you remember in 8.06, we say if the cable is wider or more thicker, what? The resistance will become what? Less. So if we say C has 2 cross-sectional area of B, so it's 2 sectional area, that means double. So that means C is have half resistance of B. So the thinner the wire is, the more resistance that it is. So the resistance is repetition for the length over area. Okay? Now we have a lot of things that may be different types, different temperature or different types of metal. So we have this and we call it rho. Okay? It's a Greek letter. So R, this is the equation. R is the resistance, it's rho by length over area. So if we do the math, rho is what? It's the resistance multiplied the area over length. So let's take an example where we apply everything we had. So open your book, page 187. Example. Wire A has a resistance of 12 ohm. So we write A have a resistance 12 ohm. If wire B is twice of length of A, so B have what? It's equal to 2A by length. right? Very good. And A twice the diameter, okay? If wire B is twice length of A and twice the diameter for the section area, so B is what? Also twice A section area. Now, so we have two things we have to focus on. First, it's double the length, it means double resistance, right? But double the section area, that means it's wider. So how much is B? That means less resistance. So let's continue. So as wire B has twice the diameter of A, it has 4 times the cross-sectional area. Why? Okay, let's see why. So if I have here a circle, this of course, for example, D, this area A. But if I have double 2D from here to here, it's what? It's 4A. Okay? Why? Because A is equal B R squared, and if we, in this situation, A is equal, for example, 2R, so it's equal B 2R squared, and that's equal 4PR squared, that's mean for A. So if we do this, all this area is proportion to the diameter squared. So area is what? Here more than square. So it's 2, this means 4. Okay? So to explain you this, let's continue with the example. So how am I gonna find that? So we say if length X, then length B, that's right. If length A is X, okay, then length B is what? Is 2X, right? Because B is what? Double the length. Now if area A is equal, we say area A, it's A, then area B, it should work as we say in the circle, should be 4A. Okay? We also the resistance, we say resistance A, they give it to us in the example, it's 12 ohm. And resistance B is RB. So we have to calculate the RB. So take the values, what from the x's, and we have here 12 multiply A over X, while R B, resistance B, multiply 4A over 2X. Where I get that from? From the law here. So if we do the math, eventually we'll have RB is 6 ohm. So the resistance of wire B is what? 6 ohm. The final answer. So logically, we have the double length. That means it's what? Double resistance, right? But we have two section area double. That means 4 times. Okay. So 2, 4. That means at the end it's become half of it. Half of what? Of the resistance A. That's it for 8.08, the factors. So that's it, the video for our today. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself, wear your mask, and wash your hands.